Students, Standard 7, going to start the revision of chapter number 3 in chemistry, fiber to fabric. We know that in standard 6th, you learn about some fibers that we obtain from plants, like the cotton fibers and the jute. Now, we also know that some of the fibers are obtained from the animals also. For example, the wool. Wool is obtained from the fleece or the hair of generally the animal sheep or yak. And then other animal fibers are silk, which we obtain from the cocoon of the silk moth. Now we know that the sheep's body is having the fibers, and then how we get wool. So not only the sheep but other animals also giving us the wool. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak, and some other animals also, like alpaca and another, that is llama. In different part of the world, the different animals are obtained, and then they use their hair or the flesh or the fur for the wool producing. Some animals like goat, yak, etc., they have thick coat of hair. For example, the sheep. Do you know why they have that thick coat of fur? Generally what happens, the thick hair trap a lot of air, and therefore we know that air is the poor conductor of heat, and so it will keep their body warm in the winter season. So to give them, to protect them from the very cold weather, they are having these hairy fibers. So wool is derived from these hairy fibers. Generally we see that the hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers, and one is the coarse beard hair, and the other is the fine soft under hair close to the skin. Generally the fine hair provide the fibers for making wool. So generally that under hair, which is very near to the skin, are used for making wool. So now some of the breeds of the sheep are possessed by the specially only fine under hair, and their parents are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft under hair, because they are very, very useful to make the wool. So here we call that as selective breeding. This process is called selective breeding, means those animals who have more under hair, which are very fine, because that is used for the making the wool, and those parents are selected specially to get the hair, and therefore that process is known as selective breeding. And then they are reared and we get the wool from that. Now, in our country, there are so many different types of breeds of sheep available. For example, the Lohi, name of the breed is Lohi, which is obtained in Rajasthan and Punjab, and which give the very good quality wool. Similarly, in the Uttar Pradesh and in the Himachal Pradesh, the other type of breed of sheep are the Rampur Bushair, and they have generally brown colored flesh. Then in Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab, the Nali type breed of the sheep available, which have carpet wool, means that wool is generally used to make the carpets. Then another breed, Bakharwal, is obtained especially in Jammu and Kashmir. And then they have the wool which is used for the woolen shawls. And then Marwadi in Gujarat have coarse wool, and Pattanwadi breed in Gujarat have hosiery. Means to make the hosiery, the wool is obtained. So these are the different breeds of sheep in our country and their quality of wool and the state that from they are found. So we discussed about especially these three already. Now food. So generally when we rear the sheep for obtaining wool, they should be provided with special type of diet. Means rearing and breeding. Now we know that they are generally herbivorous. If you travel to the hills of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, etc., you can see the shepherds taking their herds of sheep for grazing. They are taking the herd of the all sheep for the grazing, because generally all of the sheep are herbivorous and they prefer grass and leaves. But along with that, sheep rearers also feed them on a mixture of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes and minerals also. Oil cakes means when we take out the oil from the seeds and the material which is left after taking out the oil, that is known as oil cakes. So not only the grass and the leaves, but along with that they are also given this other different like pulses, jowar, corn, oil cakes and some minerals also, because for their healthy growth and for their proper nourishment we need these minerals also. In winter they are kept indoors because to protect them from the cold weather, and fed on leaves, grain and dry fodder. Generally we know that in many part of our country we get that different type of sheep, and we already talked about that which type of different type of breeds are available in our country. Now certain breeds of sheep have thick coat of hair on their body, which yields good quality wool in large quantities. And as we know that are selectively breeded, and then we get the very good quality of sheep, so that we get good wool from that. Now also the different another animals. If you see, go to the Tibet and Ladakh, then Angora wool is obtained from them. They are Angora goats. So not only the sheep, but the goats also give some hair, and therefore the Angora goats in the Jammu Kashmir, they are very popular for their wool, which is known as Angora wool. Similarly, in Kashmir there is another goat that whose underfur is very soft, and that is known as Pashmina wool, and the shawls woven from this are known as pashmina shawls. So the pashmina shawls are obtained from the goats which are obtained in the Kashmir region. Similarly, in the fur on the body of camels, in some place camels body also have some very nice fleece. So that is also used as wool. And in South America, the other two animals like llama and alpaca, they are also found in the for the wool. So these are the different animals that obtain wool. They are reared to yield wool from them. So now when we take the wool, there are different steps. Different steps are involved when from fiber to fabric. So now which are the process? The wool which is used for knitting sweaters or for weaving shawls is that finished product of a long process which involves the following steps. It means that when we are buying the wool from the market for the knitting or for the weaving, that are the directly last product which passing through different steps of the and then we get the wool like that. So we are going to discuss about the different steps which are involved in the process of making the wool. First step, the fleece of the sheep along with the thin layer of skin is removed from its body. So generally the razor is used and the fleece is taken along with the thin layer of skin from the body. And then what do you do? This process is called shearing. It is known as shearing. So for shearing, what do? They take out the whole, from the whole body, wherever there is the hair, they shear it, means they take the hair along with the thin layer of skin also. Machines similar to those used by barbers are used to shave off hair. You know that the barbers are using that machines to cut your hair. Same type of material, same type of machines are used for shearing the animals. Machines, and then usually hair are removed during the hot weather, because in hot weather they don't really need, because generally what happens, we can't shearing off their hair in this winter, because especially in the winter they need that hair. In the winter there is very cold weather, so to protect themselves from the cold weather, we should not take off hair in the winter season. So if you take it in the hot weather, then again when the winter season come, up to that time they will grow another fleece again, and therefore it is advisable to shearing off done in the hot weather only. So in the hot weather we have to take it. These animals seem to survive without their protective coat of hair. So when in the summer the protective coat of hair is not there, they will be surviving because there is no cold weather outside. Shearing does not hurt sheep, just as it does not hurt where you get a haircut of your father shaving beard. So as you know that when your father do the beard shaving, they do not hurt. Similarly, the same way, it is not hurting any animals, so that they will have safely taken out. The uppermost layer of the skin is dead. Generally, the uppermost layer of the skin is dead, and therefore, when you move the razor on it or that machine, then it does not hurt, it does not bleed. But if you go a little deeper, then it will hurt. So it does not hurt the animals. Now the second step. Second tip is that the sheared skin with hair is truly washed in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt, and that is known as scouring. So first step was shearing, after shearing, there is scouring, in which it is washed with water and in the tanks so that they can remove whatever the dirt on it, like grease or the dust and the dirt, etc. And nowadays, scouring is also done by machines. Then, third step, first was shearing, second was scouring. Now the third step is sorting. Sorting means they sorting out the long and the short skin. After scouting, sorting is done. The hairy skin is sent to a factory where hair of different textures are separated. Means not all the hair will have the same texture. Some are very smooth, some are medium, some are very coarse, etc. So the scoured hair are sent to the factories for sorting, where they sorting out according to their texture. So the third step is sorting. Now step 4. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hair. Sometimes burrs means, first, for example, when you wear in the winter, when you wear the sweaters, sometimes you see the small thread-like structure is coming out from it, which is known as burr. So the small fluffy fibers, which are called burr, are sorting out from the hair, and these are the same burrs, as I told you, sometimes appear on your sweaters. The fiber are scoured again and then dried, and this is the wool ready to be drawn into fibers. So that is the step 4th. Now in the fifth step, the fiber can be dyed in various colors. So if you need it in different colors, because you know that sweaters are not in the same color, but we see the children like the red or other colors for the elders. So they have the different choice. So now the wool is dyed in different colors. As the natural fleece of sheep is got is black, brown or white. The natural are the only 3 colors: black color, brown color or black color. So they are dyed in the different colors so that everybody can choose their own color. And the step 6, the fibers are straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. We know that yarn is made. So some fibers together, they are twisted and making yarn, rolled into yarn. The longer fibers are made into wool for sweaters, and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into the woolen cloth. So these are the different 6 steps which are involved in this process of making wool. Now the last question is, what do you mean by sorter's disease? It is a special disease because generally wool industry is an important means of livelihood, but sorter's job is very risky. We saw that in the third sorting. So when the sorting is done, what happens? Sometimes they get infected by a bacteria which is known as anthrax, which is a disease for the fatal blood disease called sorter's disease. Such risks faced by workers in the industry, they are called occupational hazard. So sorter disease means when the sorting people are there, the sorters are generally sometimes having the infections due to the bacteria named anthrax, and that anthrax is very, very fatal, means they can take the life of that sorter also, and blood disease is there. So it is known as the sorter disease. So here we learn about the fibers, that is wool, what is the different steps, which are the different animals, how they are shed, etc. And here as an assignment I write down the questions, and almost all questions are already discussed. So you will write down the answers as an assignment, and any confusion write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.